Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Abob's Farm here. As we can see that I didn't see in the dark on the last episode, we missed a little bit with some lime, so we'll have to get that covered. But it is January, which means the main thing we'll do in this episode is empty out our silo, get all that wheat sold. It should be pretty good right now, so we'll drive over there and then we'll look at some wheat prices. We could also try to get our canola field a little bit more fertilized. I know we got one pass on it currently. But yeah, 68,000 liters will be pretty good. So I think first things first, we'll maybe um, get this field covered in lime, and then we'll start hauling the wheat. Looks like we still have lime in it from when we did it last episode. We didn't empty it, so we'll take this and do this stretch quick. And I think that should be pretty much the whole field will be good. And since we're over here, we'll get this little bit too. Alright, now that's done. We'll get the lime put back, and we'll pull the grain cart over here, and we will look for our first place to sell, see what the best price we can get for our wheat will be. Currently putting it into the wrong stall, but I have this other, the fertilizer's kind of in a not as nice spot for me to just try to back straight it. We'll have to try to move those later. Straighten out. Perfect. Oh, who put those there? I'll have to try to find a better place to store those, but they're kind of nice. You can just pull them out and load things up into them if you need. So. Got our big trailer, so figure we should be able to do 4 trips with this one, which shouldn't be too bad. Versus if we were to use that 8,000 liter trailer, we'd have what, little under less than 10, maybe 8 or 9 trips by the time we get everything all said and done. So get that filled up, and then let's look at some prices and why is it so low? Did we get the wrong month? No, that's January is the highest, so it's only 752 a liter. We should still get everything sold, so 752 is the most. That puts us. Goldcrest Valley would be the best place, and I think that's on the train tracks, but I think we can still deliver there. Double check the map. I think that's this spot. So biomass energy. Is that where it was? No, it's Goldcrest Valley. Tag citizenship. Probably over there. So I won't bore you guys with the drive over there. I'll cut to it once we get there. So you guys will be there in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so a couple things you guys might notice here. One, this is not the train track place to dump it, the Goldcrest Valley. This is the South Green Bin. Yes, we could not get to the Goldcrest Valley one. You'll also notice, perhaps, that our money is slowly going down. Well, there we go, 16,000. That's a good amount for one trailer load. That our money is slowly going down, and that is because I have hired a worker. He's currently doing a cultivating contract with a bigger cultivator. So on field 39, you can kind of see it flashing on the bottom left on the map. But so we'll have that going to have some extra money, and then I did try to start spreading some fertilizer on our canola field, and it looks like I don't know if you just can't spread it in January, so maybe we'll try again next month. But this could be a pretty quick month once we get this stuff done and that contract wrapped up. We might be able to do January and February in this video and to see how long it's getting. Getting our second load of wheat here, so I think we'll just keep going back and forth, and we'll just cut in each time we're dumping it. But you guys won't have to watch the drive every time. So should be 2 more trips after this one, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I know our field that we have lime on and plowed last episode does need some rolling, so maybe we could lease a roller to increase that yield, and then we should look ahead and kind of see what we want to try to plant. Not sure. I'm thinking something easy that we have the header for already, so maybe soybeans, or we could do canola again. That's growing right now, but I know the planting season doesn't start for a while. We could also look at corn. I think corn's pretty good to grow in this game. That it usually has a pretty high yield, so that might not be too bad. And then we would just have to buy or lease a corn header for the harvester. So yeah, I will see you guys at the grain bin. We are dumping trailer number 2. Should be another 16,000 or so. But good to see money going back into the account, after spending a good amount last episode on stuff. There's another 16,000. I will see you guys with the next load. And we're back with our third, and it will be our final. I think there's like 1,000 liters left or so of wheat, which doesn't pay to drive it all the way over here. So maybe we'll just hold on to that, and it can kind of go in with our next batch. If we grow wheat again sometime, we can always get it. Or I have been thinking about maybe trying to get some chickens, and that would give us a little bit of a crop to feed them. But yeah, I will see you guys back at the farm, and we will see what we want to do next. All right, we're back at the farm. Looking at our field, it thought it needed rolling, and now it's not really saying it in many places, unless we maybe find some rocks to stand on. But I was looking at some pricing on some of the stuff and what we can plant sooner rather than later. And the one that came out on top in terms of highest price is soybeans there in July, compared to like corn isn't overly high at about 900. Sorghum, canola, wheat, oat, barley, and even wheat isn't super high right now. So I think we're gonna plant soybeans onto this field here to try to get a lot, and then depending um, when we harvest them, determining when we can sell them. Um, but we also have um, we also have um, some more fertilizing to do, which I did look up. What can't be done. It's the only able to be fertilized from like um, March to October or something. Like I think when it's nicer out. So what we might end up doing is fast forwarding to April, so we can get this field planted with our soybeans, and then we can get our wheat field fertilized. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. We have the one contract going. I think it's getting somewhat close to being done. We can any good deals. Not that we have too much money to spend, but lower tractor would be nice if we could afford it. It's only 24 miles an hour though, but and then manure spreader, which we don't need. Look at if there's any really good contracts to do quick this month. No, it's pretty picked over. So you can see cultivating still going pretty strong. Hopefully that gets finished up here soon. Let's go ahead and sleep in. All right, March looks a little nicer. This is not a bad deal for a roller. It's still a good amount of money for a minimal use, um, but it would be something to have for the future. You know what? Let's get it. Let's buy the roller because why not? For 14,000 with that good sale, and then looks like not too much for contracts. This is still going. Um, yeah, let's see if we can't start getting this field fertilized um, now that it's March. We'll see if it won't let us fertilize the field. So we'll start down in the corner to make it a little nicer and go for a little stretch, and then make sure that we are actually fertilizing. So, and then I think if we hit B, okay, so it does higher on this time. So if we get out, walk back here, yep, 100% fertilized. So actually really good yield bonus, which should be really good. This will be a lot of wheat. And he is blocked already, because there's hay bales. These must have blown it, because I feel like these were not over here for a while. I feel like they're probably a little heavy to both pick up and or move. So I think I'll bring a tractor over here and just kind of push them back to be with the others. But I'll cut back once we get these moved and then check on how the fertilizing is going. We got the hay bales moved out of the way. This tractor is running a little low on the old wear bar there, so we'll go ahead and get this into the shop, and we will repair it. Repaint is a bit much. We'll maybe, well, we got some money. We'll paint it. We'll make it brand new. make it nice. And then while we're here, we'll pick up our roller that we bought that was on sale. And then we'll see. I don't know. The weeds are dead in that field with the wheat, but they're still there. So I don't know if we have to bring the weeder and actually like take them out. Um, but we do have our yield bonus and stuff in there, so everything is going fine on the field. So I'll maybe do a quick Google search is always good for some farming simulator help. So we did get the contract finished up here, so we'll just finish this stretch for them and be good contract workers. I'm gonna let that last row slide. The AI missed it to start, and I'm just gonna say that this is good enough. So we'll accept this contract. I don't think there's too many other contracts right now. It's kind of an off season to be looking at other farmers doing things. So I think this might be the video after we get that fertilizer put down, and then in the next one we can plant soybeans on our old sugar beet field. Get away from the train track, and it's done. So we will go ahead and go up to here and hit complete. Got our money, good. Weeding, fertilizing, nothing really too impressive to do. This would be a really small field. We'll head back to the farm. We'll see how our AI guy is driving. We'll look at the map, see if we can see the much fertilizer he has. Doesn't say that he's doing much, but I know it is. Like, this field's mostly fertilized somehow. Even though we haven't put much fertilizer down on it. Looks like he's going at a interesting angle for the field, but we'll let him do his thing. And then I think once he's done, we'll finish off the video. That's right. We'll let him do his thing. I'll cut back once this is all done, and we'll finish off the video. Alright, everybody, we are just finishing up getting our second layer of fertilizer down. I did the outside pass myself just to make sure that we got the edges covered. On the top side over there, there was quite a few spots that were lower yielding or were missing some fertilizer percentage, so figured I would do it myself and just make sure we got all the areas covered for a higher yield. So I think on the way back I'll stop by. I'll fix up this tractor too, kind of try to start the year on a fresh foot with our equipment for the most part. And then yeah, I think we'll go ahead and call this a video, and then in the next one we will $19,000 to repaint this thing? That's not how I repair the trailer. I'm not repainting. Nah, That's too much. We'll bring this back, tuck this away, back into our little shed, and then we'll close out the video. Good to go. So I'll go ahead and I'll park this tractor while I'm at it, and then I think we will sleep through the rest of March here. And then yeah, next month we'll get our field planted, I think, and then after that maybe we'll fast forward to harvest so we can get that wheat done. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like this style of farming video, or if you'd rather see more of the actual farming itself, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what else you guys want to see. But if not, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a good one.